Hey guys, it's J19 brought to you another video, and today we're going to discuss what we know so far in Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. So if you guys haven't really been paying attention, following along, I haven't really covered a whole lot of Part 3 stuff yet, because Part 2 just came out earlier this year. You guys know my back and forth opinion on it. First initial opinion on it was like, it's great, but poorly executed, especially like the ending and stuff, but after taking some time off, I came back and did another video with my true feelings about the game as one of the best Final Fantasy games of all time, because the ending kind of left me kind of, wait, what? Like, how can you execute this scene and way this stuff went? I let my initial feelings get in the way, but enough of that. Let's get into Part 3. That's why I haven't done a whole lot of Part 3 news. I was taking a little break from YouTube content, but I am back with some more Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. Remake, Rebirth, FS7 in general. I'll have just my video playing in the background for you guys to look in the corner here. As you see right there, you guys can watch that if you want, or watch my beautiful face if you want. Anyways, let's get right to the chase. So you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe if you guys want more FS7, especially Rebirth, Part 3, etc. I was going to do like a playthrough of the game, but I didn't get around to it. So I played it on my own. So that's why you guys didn't see my playthrough of Rebirth, sadly. But maybe when it comes to PC, or maybe I'll do like a fresh playthrough just for you guys for my channel. Anyways, let's get back to Part 3. Part 3 is definitely my most anticipated game of 2027 or whatever is going to come out. Hamaguchi did come out and say that, quote, most of the work has been done for Part 3 because of Rebirth, right? And I also want to add to that as well that they also got Midgard, right? Most of the sectors and stuff like that, they got Midgard as a city done. They still got to add in probably more of the Sector 8, and of course, like maybe the more Shinra. They got Shinra building stuff already made up. Like they showed us new scenes in Rebirth of the Shinra buildings, some Midgard's portions. So it's like, it got to the point where it was like, okay, it makes sense, right? Most of the work's been done. They said earlier, like, was it, I think in April or so? Don't quote me on it. Maybe March or April, he came out and said, hey, we also want to start doing voice acting work, voice recording. So they're going to work on that shortly, soon after. Which is great. Which is a great sign. So that's confirmation of one for Remake Part 3. It's not going to take as long. They've been talking about the 30th anniversary of FS7. That means a lot to them, especially this franchise, especially FS7. To me, that's 2027. So he wants to get out as soon as possible, maybe take like 3 years or so. I think it's coming 2027. That's confirmation number 2 from Hamaguchi himself, that most of the work's been done. They want to get this game out as soon as possible, but in the detail, the level of quality that they gave Rebirth, right? Last we knew, they talked about, I haven't watched any recent interviews like the live show stuff. Apparently, it's been a word floating around that Reborn could be the name of the title for Part 3, which it could possibly be. So take that with a huge grain of salt. I'm not going to make that, oh no, it's official confirmation of what we know so far. FS7 Reborn might be the name of the title, but I'm not sure. Another thing's been confirmed. Sid and Vince are playable. They're working on their gameplay footages, working on their gameplay, trying to make them a lot better. They know that Vince has got his transformation that he's going to go through. So they kind of talked about that in the Ultimania, which I didn't really read a whole lot. But it's fun, right? It's got to be in there. That's his limit breaks. That's his go-to stuff for Vincent. Sid, they kind of had an idea for like Sonon back in Intermission. Dragoon, that's what he is. He uses a lot of like poles and spears and stuff. So that's been confirmed that he's going to be in the game as well, playable. I did like the way Sid was in Rebirth. I know some people say, hey, where's the cigarette? Where's this? Where's that? You got to understand that nowadays, you put somebody smoking cigars or cigarettes or cussing a lot more, you're going to have to turn this game into rated M. And that's not what FS7 is all about. FS7's never been rated M. None of their games, none of their meat has been rated M or rated mature, right? Or R. It's always been PG-13, rated T for teen, right? They're not going to go beyond that and make an FS16 type of game where the characters are saying some loud mouth stuff. They're not going to have like big old piles of blood. They're not going to have, cigarettes and cigars or heavy drinking, booze and stuff like that. They'll have innuendos. That's what FS7 is all about. They keep it T rated. But yeah, that's been confirmed where, yeah, Sid and Vincent are playable. Sorry to get on a little tangent there. Another thing that's been confirmed that they're working on is implementing the use of Knights of the Round. How to fit that into Part 3. Hamaguchi has said that he really super understands what the fans want to see Knights of the Round. They want to be able to use Knights of the Round. So they're working a system out to implement them into Part 3. For me, if you guys watched my podcast I done leading up to everything that's happened so far in the gaming industry, I did talk about it. I hope that all Knights of the Round will be story related. I think it makes the most sense, especially when the party find out more about the Cetra, the ancients, especially like more of their knowledge and stuff. So it'd be kind of cool to like link those two together, like because Knights of the Round in OG FS7 is like, this is weird. Like you got these 13 knights led by Arthur. It's just where they come from, right? All the other summons kind of make sense, but it's like Knights of the Round is kind of way out there as OP. So it makes sense to make them like story related. Not like I said, I don't want to see us going into VR again for the third straight game and just getting summons that way. Make at least Knights of the Round story based, where you don't do a VR fight. You actually gotta like earn their trust by defeating them all in battle. Maybe it'd be like a gauntlet, right? You fight all 13, and then Arthur would be like the final boss of that segment, right? Or something. Maybe just fight Arthur, you beat Arthur, then all the knights will say, hey, look, you are worthy, right? You defeated our top guy, right? That'd be great. So they're confirming that's going to be in there. Another thing is Highwind is confirmed. They're going to rework a little bit of regions to make sure that the Highwind is workable, right? They got to work that in somehow. They want to make sure that the Highwind is in the game and they can make traversing with it as epic as possible. They teased us with the Tiny Bronco, with us flying a little bit with it, right? I thought that's cool. Now, the biggest thing people want to know, are we going to have the submarine? Are we going to have underwater traversal? The answer is yes. They have confirmed that the underwater traversal will be in the game. So they got to implement the submarine part, right? Submarine was part of the OGFS7. If you know that we had to go to the underwater reactor, fight the what's it called? The armor claw guy. He has 2 claws, arms. He comes out, reaches, grabs you, and like he shakes you and stuff. And sometimes he takes your party members away, right? I forgot the whole boss fight. You guys know what I mean. So I expect that to be there still. So we got the whole segment where you go after the huge materia. They did tease that a lot. Like the Shinra still want to get like a huge materia, but the weapons, the infants, are third priority, right? Because they got the massive materia orbs on their body, so they want to capture those. So we got that going. Another confirmation: Wutai is going to be in Part 3. Big massive war between Shinra and Wutai. If you watch the ending of Rebirth, you kind of know what's going on. Sephiroth is behind all of that because his goal is have as much suffering as possible, because that's how he becomes stronger. That's why he has all these timelines and stuff like that going on. It's because he's trying to get as much suffering as possible. He feeds on people's feelings. That's what he told Cloud. Like, I want them to feel this. He's trying to gather all the energy he can to become, one with the planet, right? With Genova at his side, like Cloud said. So that's confirmed. The weapons are going to be in the game as they tease the infant, right? Everybody goes, is this what the weapons look like? They look kind of small. This don't look like the Emerald weapon. Relax. The devs did confirm that they are just, in fact, just infants. I mean, so more than like what, 5 weapons in the game, right? I think there's like 4 or 5 total. So there's more than that. You got infants. So we're gonna see Emerald, we're gonna see Ruby, we're gonna see Diamond, we're gonna see Sapphire, Ultimate Weapon, right? You're gonna see all those. I'm pretty sure those guys will be important part of the story, like in OG. Epic kaiju battles, right? The party members have to team up and take those bad boys down. I can't wait for that. It's gonna be an epic battle. Maybe the Highwind gets involved in those fights. You know, it's just, I can't wait to see how that looks like. They also confirmed that like they want to give players more freedom than Rebirth. Rebirth, we had a lot of freedom, right? You can do any side quest at any time. And like after you do a little bit of story quests, like, hey, look, I want to go off and do these regions over here, or do these side quests over here, these mini games. You can. They want to give players in part 3 even more freedom, which is wild to me. Freedom to me is like the terrain traversal. Make it where we can climb. If something's like, you know, Cloud's chest height and he can just like grab a hold, he can climb up, right? He can climb up and do things. I would love that. I would love that for so much. If they make the terrain a little bit better, because sometimes it's like, how come I can't climb? How come I can't climb up here? It's like it's barriers here and there. You don't know what's the barrier, what's climbable. So that can be also mean like more freedom for the players, allowing us to climb up. If something is ledge right here and Cloud can climb it. Maybe you see more freedom, maybe get more exploration. If you go, you know, if you climb this mountain, there's a hidden path around, and it gives you a free chest, you know, a materia. Maybe you get better materia, secret ones, right? There's a lot of things they can do. Maybe more freedom instead of just being focused on Chadley all the time for secret fights and stuff. Maybe they'll have more around the world, since the world map's gonna be even bigger with Wutai region and stuff, and underwater. Maybe we'll have even more epic rare fights, you know, monsters to fight, right? Instead of being locked up in the simulator, in the VR. I hope that Chadley is not gonna be the main focus for that kind of stuff. I don't mind Chadley in the game. If he's got in the game, maybe he'll develop more material for you. Like if you complete, like, I don't think we're gonna do this. Hopefully, maybe we gotta do the Wutai region, right? Maybe if you do the Wutai region and new regions like the Northern Continent, maybe Chadley goes, hey Cloud, if you complete this, since all your hard work all your hard work in the other regions, if you do this, then I got a whole bunch of material I can level up, right? Or develop for you. You can do that. But I think the secret fights, they can put that in the world, right? The summons in the world this time. They can do stuff different. But if they have VR, at least make the VR fights a little bit faster loading. Make it we can change the scenery a little bit. That'd be amazing, right? That'd be so sick. So that's what I want to see, like the freedom. If you're gonna give players more freedom, that's the type of things I'm thinking about. So I would love to hear what you guys have to think. Another thing to confirm is their main goal, their boldness, their prediction, not prediction, but what they want to do is, we all know the end. If you play the original FF7, you know how the ending is, right? It kind of leaves you an interpretation what's going on, let you think about it, talk to your friends. As the ending appeals like, man, this is like the Final Fantasy game. The devs have said this. Their main goal for the trilogy ending is to surpass the original game's ending. That is asking a lot. That is like making a very bold statement. Say, hey, we exceed the expectations for not just one game, not just 2 games, but the final game. The ending of that game is going to put everything together, tie everything into a bowl, and people are going to sit back and go, what a trilogy. What a Final Fantasy VII modern take of that in 3 games. What a journey. This was worth all the like confusion, all the like moments, like what the heck moments, you know. If it can surpass the original FS7 ending, or just to the point where it's like you look back at all everything that's new and everything, all this new twists and stuff. We look back and be like, holy crap, this does make a lot of sense. Everything is tied up together. I think everything we know so far, Zack's still alive. He's in that timeline. He wants to reunite with Aerith or even Cloud. So we're gonna see Zack in part 3. So that's not going anywhere. So that's gonna be it. Spoilers if you don't know the ending of Rebirth. If you haven't really understood the ending of Rebirth, Aerith is not around. She is not going to be back for part 3. Was she not as a party member, but maybe she'll have like a segment in the live stream or something. Maybe she talks to Cloud and a voice or something. Maybe they'll have Brianna White come back and do like a little bit of voice work for Aerith. Like Cloud speaks to Aerith through the live stream still, and like Advent children and stuff. Maybe they'll do that route. But she ain't gonna be a party member. She's not coming back. Because it does have stated that whoever dies in Rebirth should not be allowed to come back. Right? Who's gone, right? Once they're dead, they're dead. We're not gonna bring them back. So that's confirmed. Let's see what else they confirmed. I'm trying to think. I had it on my mind. It slipped. Crap. Oh yeah, the mini games. They teased it on the billboard and the Ghost Saucer that they are confirming snowboarding. Snowboarding's gonna be in the game. They also confirmed that the Icicle Inn area, like the Northern Continent area right there, you are gonna start out in that area. They're just trying to figure out how to implement it, right? How to make it where it makes sense, like for a good tutorials part. So the Icicle Inn is gonna be in there. That's where the Cloud and them's gonna start out. If you saw the ending of Rebirth, the Tiny Bronco is drivable again, flyable again, I should say. It's no longer just a seaplane. They fixed it up, they can fly again. So how's that going to be implemented in part 3? Are we going to fly that a little while and then like maybe Shinra confiscates it and we get the high wind instead? Maybe the plane can't go everywhere because maybe it's got to have a landing dock. Maybe Wutai don't have one. Maybe the Northern Continent don't really have one. Other than he says, "Hey, this is the only landing strip we have for the Northern Continent. We got to fly from here." Maybe Shinra confiscates it while trying to catch up with the party, right? In the Northern Crater moment, right? You guys already know what. So we got that going on. We know that stuff's gonna hit the fan. Like Sephiroth's end goal is still there. Like we still don't understand like the education stuff. Like he wants Cloud's help. Like 7 seconds till the end. That's gonna be like unfolding in part 3. So we got that confirmation. Like we know that's gonna be in it. They teased that in Ever Crisis. Like he knows that he messed up in his past, but in his sick and twisted mind, he thinks if he does this, he'll be able to fix what he done in his youth, right? So Ever Crisis is part of Final Fantasy VII. Like that was kind of wild they put Glenn in there. So in Glenn, what Rufus saw, we all saw him like it's like, wait a minute, Rufus shot Glenn? If spoilers, of course. If you haven't played it by now, you should. Glenn is he's a Genova clone, right? A clone of Sephiroth. He's not really there. He's like, hey, it's like Rufus, like, I thought you were dead. He's like, you'd be right? That's what he told him. He's like, I'm confirmed dead, but as Sephiroth in the flesh, right? That's his clone. So yeah, Wutai's gonna be in it, confirmed. Rocket Town, the devs said the reason why they put Rocket Town in part 2, Rebirth, is because they put a lot more budget into Gongaga. They want to turn Gongaga into a national region. That's why they had to cut Rocket Town off from part 2. I think the devs already hinted us that Rocket Town is going to be in part 3, right? It's a very important part of the story, like with the rocket, the huge material and stuff like that. I don't see them like cutting that out. So it's going to be in there. Like Sid's going to have a backstory. Vince is going to have a backstory. They kind of teased that in the past. So yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. About 20 minutes worth of confirmed information that we have. Like I haven't read the Ultimania. I haven't watched any like the recent interviews by the devs. But I'm waiting for like confirmation from like the Square Enix site. I'm waiting for confirmation by like their Twitter account, their X account, whatever you want to call it. I'm still waiting for them to start teasing Part 3. To me, I'm gonna leave this off with you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this. Do you guys agree or disagree that Part 3 teaser trailer is coming summer of 2025? They're gonna tease it. They'll probably have a little interviews with the devs. They'll probably have like, you know, the dev notes on Twitter. Like they'll have to do one from each, like Hamaguchi, Nomura, and like Katase. Maybe they'll have them just like say, hey, here's the teaser for Part 3. We can't wait for you guys to like get excited for it. I can't wait to see, you know, what you guys think of it. You know, some sort like that. Maybe they're going a little tiny snippet detail. Like I don't know how long the teaser might be. It might be over a minute and a half. It's just enough to get us talking. Be like, whoa, like what the hell's going on with this? Like this changes things. Like just get us talking again. Right, I think summer of next year is the best place to do it. Some people think we might get a teaser late this year. I don't think so. They need time to cook. I know most of the work's been done, but like Rebirth just launched this year. Like they can't start talking about Part 3 yet. I think they want to like have a moment of like let Rebirth like really like sit in people's crawl a little bit. Like get more and more people to play it first. Before they start talking about Part 3. I think a teaser for Part 3 summer next year makes sense, because if it's coming out in 2027 to reach the goal, the deadline of the 30th anniversary of FS7, which is 2027, 2025 would be a teaser, and the following year, like about Summer Game Fest of 2026, we get the official gameplay trailer, official trailer of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. And then the whole marketing cycle leading up to launch. I think the game's coming out probably the first quarter one of 2027, because the official 30th anniversary is actually January 31st of 2027. That's the Japan release, right? U.S. and Europe was like later on that year. Later on, during that year of 1997. So we're gonna have to be a little patient, but I think Part 3 is going to be amazing. I think it's going to have a good, it's going to have a decent closure. It's going to get people talking and be like, yeah, it took a while. It took 13 years or better. But here we are. We finally reached the end, and holy crap, they want us to be like, sit there and just sit there and go, what I just play? Like, this is like one of the best, like, FS7 iterations I have seen since the original game. Or maybe it finally surpasses it. I'm not saying it should. It has the potential to be like the game that modern and old gamers like us can sit back and be like, what a heck of a journey we just went on with this trilogy. That's what the devs are looking forward to, and I'm excited. I cannot wait for Part 3. I was a little leery about the end of Part 2, but after, like I said, sitting down, just relaxing, let my emotions relax a little bit, have a clear mind, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is one of the greatest Final Fantasy games ever made. It's rated a 92 on Metacritic, rated a 93 on OpenCritic. It's got like a 8.9 and 9.0 out of 10 for user rating. A lot of people are praising this game. A lot of people love it. There's some people just don't like the open world aspects. It's all optional. Chadley is optional. You don't have to listen to him until like the very first time you get to like the Chocobo Ranch. Completely optional. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of all the confirmation. Did I miss any details that the devs have said recently in the interviews and stuff like that? I'm still trying to catch up with Part 3 news. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the tease. I'm looking forward to like sharing more thoughts. And I can't wait. I can't wait for this game. Like Part 3 is gonna be nutty. If you can nail it, it could surpass Rebirth. But how? Rebirth is such a magical ride. How can they surpass Rebirth? It's the same way Remake. Like we all played it, and it's like, how can they surpass Remake? They did it with Rebirth. So for them to come out boldly and say, hey, we want to give players more freedom. We want to make the ending surpass the original FF7 ending. Like, whoa, like, you guys are not playing around. They know this is their swan song. They got to get it right. And I can't wait. So, with that said, hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of everything. If I miss anything, what you guys are most hyped for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. Is it called Reborn? What do you guys think it's going to be called? Let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Keep on keeping on. Like, subscribe, share with a friend. I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Take care.